You're standing under harsh airport lights. Your flight just landed. 14 hours in the air. Your legs feel stiff. Your passport feels heavier in your hand than it should. The officer's eyes lock on you. What happens next decides whether you walk through or get pulled into that cold secondary room with metal chairs and one-way mirrors. One hesitation. One inconsistent answer. That's all it takes to turn a 2-minute interview into a 4-hour detention. Meet Sarah from Toronto. Experienced traveler. 43 countries stamped in her passport. Until Dubai, where one vague answer to one standard question got her denied entry and sent back on the next flight. $12,000. Gone. According to a 2022 U.S. Customs and Border Protection study, 68% of secondary screenings begin with communication red flags during the primary interview. Not your documents. Your words. So what are these questions? And more importantly, what are they really asking? But wait. Before we begin, please subscribe so you never miss essential travel insights. Comment, "I subscribe," below, and I'll personally welcome you to our traveler community. With that said, let's begin. Now, let's step into that immigration hall together. Because by the time we're done, you'll know exactly what to say, and what never to say, at the most nerve-wracking counter in any airport. Question number 10. What is the purpose of your visit? Question number 10. What is the purpose of your visit? It sounds simple. Almost too simple. That's the trap. This isn't just data collection. The officer isn't writing down your answer for filing purposes. They're testing consistency. Because in the next 4 minutes, you'll be asked variations of this same question. And if your story shifts even slightly, you're flagged. Meet Daniel from Manila. Tourist visa to the United States. When asked his purpose, he says, tourism, and maybe visit my cousin in New Jersey. Maybe. That word cost him 2 hours in secondary. Because tourism is one visa category. Visiting family is another pattern entirely. Mixing purposes creates suspicion. Are you a tourist who happens to have a cousin? Or are you planning to stay with family, which requires different documentation, different scrutiny, different risk assessment? Border psychology research from 2021 shows officers make initial risk assessments within 7 seconds of your first answer. 7 seconds. The tone of your voice. The steadiness of your eye contact. The speed of your response. All of it processed in the time it takes you to say, vacation. So here's what works. One clear purpose. Tourism. Business conference. Visiting family. Education. Pick one. Short answer. Confident tone. I'm here for tourism. Period. Not kind of a vacation, but also maybe check out some business opportunities. One purpose. One answer. But even if you nail that one, there's a follow-up question that catches thousands off guard every single day. Question number 9. How long are you staying? Question number 9. How long are you staying? The officer leans in slightly. You can see the reflection of their computer screen in their glasses. Your answer here needs to match everything in your file. Your visa validity. Your return ticket. Your hotel booking. Your stated purpose. Because if you're on a 3-month tourist visa but only booked 3 days at a hotel, what are you doing for the other 87 days? Meet Amira from Lagos. Arriving in London. She has a hotel confirmation for 3 nights. But when asked how long she's staying, she says, maybe 2 weeks. I haven't decided yet. Maybe. Haven't decided. Red flags everywhere. Because uncertainty equals risk. And risk equals secondary screening. The officer's expression doesn't change. But their fingers move across the keyboard. Notes are being added to your file. Immigration training manuals emphasize date verification as the primary fraud indicator. More than passport validity. More than visa stamps. Dates. Because overstays begin with vague arrival plans. You can feel the weight of the computer screen angled away from you. Every keystroke matters. Every pause is recorded. So here's the correct approach. Exact dates. I'm staying from November 8th to November 22nd. Match your documents. No hedging. no, approximately, or around. If your return flight is the 22nd, say the 22nd. That's 2 down. But here's where most travelers' stories start to unravel. Question number 8. Where will you be staying? Question number 8. Where will you be staying? This isn't about your accommodation. It's about your credibility. Because if you can't immediately answer where you'll be sleeping in a foreign country, what else haven't you planned? And if you haven't planned, why are you really here? Meet Marcus from New York, landing in Bangkok. When asked where he's staying, he fumbles through his phone trying to find the hotel name. 30 seconds pass. The officer's expression changes. Not anger, not suspicion, assessment. Because prepared travelers know their hotel name. They've researched it, booked it, confirmed it. Travelers who are using tourism as a cover, they fumble. What goes wrong? Saying, with friends, without having their address ready. Hotel names you can't pronounce and haven't practiced. I'll figure it out when I get there. That last one, that's a one-way ticket to secondary screening. A 2023 European Border Security Report noted that 41% of visa violations involved false accommodation claims. People who said they'd stay at hotels but actually planned to disappear into illegal work networks. The line behind you feels like it's pressing forward. Your palms start to sweat. So here's what works. Hotel name ready. Written down if you need it. If staying with someone, have their full address and phone number. Booking confirmation accessible on your phone. Simple, prepared, confident. But accommodation is just the surface. The next question digs into something deeper. Question number 7. What do you do for a living? Question number 7. What do you do for a living? Your profession tells a story. Officers are trained to read it. Because your job determines your income. Your income determines if you can afford this trip. And if you can afford this trip, that determines if you're likely to overstay and work illegally. It's economic profiling. And it's happening in real time. Meet Priya, 26 years old. Unemployed. Landing in London for tourism. When asked what she does, she says, "I'm between jobs right now." Between jobs. To an immigration officer, that translates to high overstay risk, potential illegal work seeker, no ties to home country. Within minutes, she's in secondary. They want bank statements, employment history, proof she's returning home. Because if you don't have a job to return to, why would you leave? Immigration behavior analysis from 2022 identifies employment inconsistencies as a top 5 risk factor for visa violations. They're calculating your flight risk. Literally. So here's the approach. Clear job title. No elaborate explanations. I'm a software engineer. I'm a teacher. I'm retired. If they ask for your employer, have the name ready. Confidence in your answer matters more than the prestige of your job. A confident construction worker gets through faster than a nervous CEO. Notice how these questions aren't random. They're building a profile. Economic status. Duration of stay. Accommodation stability. Purpose consistency. And the next one adds another layer. Question number 6. Have you been to this country before? Question number 6. Have you been to this country before? This is where your passport tells its own story. With or without you. Because modern immigration systems don't just scan your current entry. They pull up your entire travel history. Every stamp. Every visa. Every border crossing. It's all there. Meet James. 32 years old. Digital nomad. His passport shows stamps from Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia, Portugal, Spain, Mexico, Colombia, and Argentina. 8 countries in 3 months. The officer asks, "Are you working remotely?" James hesitates. That hesitation, that's pattern detection triggering suspicion. Because officers are trained to spot digital nomads working illegally on tourist visas. Modern systems flag unusual travel patterns automatically. Before you even speak, an algorithm has assessed your risk level. You watch them scroll through your history. And scroll. And scroll. Your digital footprint laid bare on a screen you can't see. Biometric databases now cross-reference 94% of international arrivals in real time. That's from a 2023 IATA travel security report. Your face, your fingerprints, your previous entries and exits, all verified in seconds. So what goes wrong? Lying about previous visits. Forgetting you overstayed by 3 days in 2019. Inconsistent travel history that doesn't match your visa type. Here's the approach. Be honest. If you've been there before, say so. If you have frequent visits, have reasons ready. Family there. Business there. You love the culture. Logical patterns are fine. Suspicious patterns, like entering on tourist visas every month for 2 years, will trigger questions. Your past is in the system. But the next question is about your present. And it can derail everything. Question number 5. How much money do you have for this trip? Question number 5. How much money do you have for this trip? Money talks. And in immigration interviews, it screams. This tests 3 things simultaneously. Financial stability, overstay likelihood, illegal work risk. Because if you can't afford your stated trip, where's the money actually coming from? Meet Chen from Beijing. Landing in Switzerland for a 2-week vacation. Hotel booked. Return flight confirmed. When asked about his budget, he says, I have about $300. $300. For 2 weeks in one of the most expensive countries on earth. He's detained immediately. Not deported. Not arrested. Detained for further questioning. Because the math doesn't work. Switzerland costs roughly $200 per day for budget travel. 2 weeks equals $2,800 minimum. Chen has $300. The officer's assessment. He's planning to work illegally. Or someone else is funding this trip. Or he's lying. EU border guidelines recommend officers assess financial means as primary admissibility criteria. That's from 2021 Schengen protocols. If your answer doesn't match the lifestyle your trip requires, they assume you'll work illegally to cover costs. The calculation is cold, but it's consistent. Cost of living times length of stay times accommodation type equals minimum credible amount. So what works? Know your budget. Have bank statements or credit cards ready to show if asked. Be realistic about your expenses. If you're staying 2 weeks in Paris, don't say you have $500. And never say, my friend will pay for everything. That raises more questions than it answers. 5 questions in, and you're still standing. But the intensity is about to shift. Question number 4. Are you traveling alone? Question number 4. Are you traveling alone? Solo travel. It sounds adventurous. To immigration officers, it's a profile. Because certain demographics traveling alone to certain destinations trigger specific protocols. Young women traveling alone to countries with high trafficking rates. Young men traveling alone to conflict regions. Elderly travelers alone to high crime areas. It's not discrimination. It's risk assessment. Meet Fatima. 24 years old. Solo traveler. Landing in Thailand for 3 months of tourism. 3 months. Solo. No group. No tour. No clear itinerary. She's pulled into secondary within minutes. Not because she's dangerous, but because officers are trained in victim identification, human trafficking, exploitation, vulnerable travelers who might disappear. According to 2022 UN migration data, solo travelers face 34% more secondary screenings than group travelers. The officer's tone drops a note lower. Where exactly will you be going? Now Fatima needs specific cities, specific dates, specific accommodations. Because vague solo travel plans look like someone running away, or someone being trafficked, or someone planning to overstay. So what goes wrong? Defensive answers. Why does it matter if I'm alone? No clear itinerary. I'm just going with the flow. Suspicious solo travel to unusual destinations without logical explanations. Here's the approach. Have an itinerary. Even if it's flexible, have something written down. Be confident in your solo travel. Explain it positively. I enjoy solo travel. It's my 5th solo trip. Show you've planned. Hotel bookings. Activity reservations. Tours booked. Solo travel isn't suspicious. Unprepared solo travel is. But even perfect answers won't help if the next question catches you off guard. Question number 3. Do you know anyone in this country? Question number 3. Do you know anyone in this country? This question is a trap disguised as small talk. Because it's a double bind. Say no. The officer wonders why you're visiting a country where you know nobody. Say yes. Now they want to know who, where, why, for how long, and how you met. And if any of your answers are inconsistent with your stated purpose, you're flagged. Meet Alex. Landing in Canada. Tourist visa. When asked if he knows anyone, he says, yes, a friend. The officer's next question, what's their name? Alex provides it. What's their address? Alex hesitates. I'm not sure of the exact address. Phone number. Alex scrolls through his phone. How did you meet them? Online. When was the last time you saw them in person? We've never met in person. Red flags everywhere. Because officers are cross-referencing relationships. Checking for arranged marriages. Human trafficking connections. Illegal work setups. Online friend you've never met? That's a relationship immigration takes very seriously. A 2023 Homeland Security investigation revealed that 52% of visa fraud cases involved false relationship claims. People entering on tourist visas to marry, to work for distant relatives, to join criminal networks. And here's the thing. They can call that person. Right now. While you wait. Verify your story in real time. Your heart rate picks up. Did you bring their actual number? Do they know you're listing them as a contact? So what works? Be honest. If you don't know anyone, say so confidently. No, I don't know anyone here. I'm here for tourism. If you do know someone, have their contact details ready. Full name, phone number, address, how you know them, and make sure your story matches your visa type. If you're on a tourist visa but staying with a romantic partner, that's a different risk profile. 3 questions left. And these are the ones that separate prepared travelers from detained ones. Question number 2. What's your return date? Do you have a return ticket? Question number 2. What's your return date? Do you have a return ticket? This is the commitment test. And they can verify your answer in 10 seconds. Return tickets equal intent to leave. No return ticket equals immigration violation risk. It's that simple. Meet Sophie. 29 years old. One-way ticket to Canada. Tourist visa. She plans to decide later when to return. She doesn't make it past the immigration desk. Denied entry. Sent back on the next available flight. Because here's the harsh reality. Some countries won't let you board without a return ticket. Others will let you arrive and then deport you. A one-way ticket on a tourist visa is one of the clearest red flags in immigration enforcement. Border agencies report that travelers without return tickets are 8 times more likely to overstay. That's from 2022 immigration enforcement data. 8 times. So they don't take chances. The officer pulls up the airline system. Your booking code. Your seat number. Your departure date. Everything verified in real time. And if your return date exceeds your visa validity, that's another problem. 3-month visa but a return ticket in 4 months? Denied. So what works? Have your return ticket booked. Know the exact date. Have your confirmation accessible on your phone or printed. If you're on a flexible ticket, know your return date anyway. You can change it later. But you need a date now. And make sure it falls within your visa period. If you've made it through these 9 questions, you're close. But there's one more. And it's the question that even experienced travelers mess up. Question number 1. Why did you choose this destination? Question number 1. Why did you choose this destination? This sounds philosophical. It's actually forensic. Because this question isn't about your preference. It's about whether your entire story makes logical sense. Why this country? Why this city? Why now? Why alone or with these specific people? Why this hotel in this neighborhood? Every layer of your trip is being assessed for consistency. Meet David, software engineer from San Francisco, landing in rural Cambodia. When asked why he chose Cambodia, he says, "Just to relax." Just to relax. The officer's expression doesn't change, but the questions intensify. Which city specifically? Why rural Cambodia for relaxation? What activities do you have planned? Because David's profile doesn't match his destination. High-income tech worker. No cultural tourism plans. No adventure activities booked. Traveling alone to a region known for child exploitation risks. It doesn't add up. And when travel doesn't add up, officers dig deeper. Behavioral analysis training teaches officers to assess answer authenticity through micro-expressions and response time. That's from 2021 CBP training documents. How long you pause before answering. Whether your eyes move up and left, accessing memory, or up and right, constructing a lie. Your pupil dilation. Your breathing pattern. All of it analyzed in the seconds it takes you to say, "Because I've always wanted to visit." This is where everything either clicks into place or falls apart. The officer pauses, looks at your face, then back at the screen, then back at you. So what works? Have a genuine, logical reason. I'm interested in Angkor Wat and Khmer history. I'm a photographer and I've read about the landscapes. My friend recommended it after their trip. Match your visa purpose. Be enthusiastic but not rehearsed. If your reason is tourism, sound like a tourist. If it's business, sound professional. And if your destination is unusual for your profile, have a clear explanation. Because vague answers to this specific question trigger more scrutiny than any other response in the entire interview. Your answer lands. The officer nods. The stamp hits your passport. Welcome. You're through. Bonus. What they don't ask but observe. But here's what most travelers don't realize. Immigration officers aren't just listening to your answers. They're watching everything you don't say. Body language. Eye contact. Are you holding it naturally? Or avoiding it like you're hiding something? Fidgeting. Are your hands steady? Or are they trembling as you pass your passport? Excessive sweating. The airport is climate controlled. So why are you perspiring? Voice pitch changes. Stress makes your voice go higher. Officers are trained to hear it. Officers are trained to detect deception through baseline behavioral deviation. That's from 2023 border psychology research showing 71% accuracy in stress detection. 71%. They can read you. Document handling matters too. How you present your passport. How quickly you access information on your phone. Whether your documents are organized or scattered. Meet Rosa, landing in Miami. As she hands over her passport, her hands are shaking. The officer notices. Then he notices something else. Loose photos tucked inside her passport. Within seconds, she's directed to baggage inspection. Not because photos are illegal, but because nervous behavior plus unusual document handling equals potential smuggling risk. The reality: you're being profiled from the moment you join the queue. Your clothing, your demeanor, how you interact with travel companions, whether you look around nervously or walk confidently. So what works? Calm breathing. Before you approach the counter, take 3 deep breaths. Organized documents. Everything in order. Passport ready. Boarding pass accessible. Confident posture. Stand straight. Make natural eye contact. Neutral facial expressions. Not too friendly. Not too serious. Just calm. Because your body is answering questions before you even open your mouth. The real secret. So after all these questions, all these stories, all these warnings, what's the real secret? Here it is. Immigration isn't interrogation. It's verification. Officers aren't trying to catch you. They're trying to confirm your story. The difference between those two mindsets changes everything. Come prepared. Not nervous. Organized. Not suspicious. Honest. Not defensive. Because the vast majority of travelers sail through immigration in under 3 minutes. They answer clearly. They have their documents ready. They stay calm. Remember that cold secondary room we talked about at the beginning? The one with metal chairs and one-way mirrors? The vast majority of travelers never see it, because they understood one thing. Immigration officers process thousands of people every single day. They're looking for red flags, inconsistencies, reasons to investigate further. If you give them none of those things, you're through. It's not about being perfect. It's about being prepared. Know your story. Have your documents ready. Stay calm. Because in the end, immigration isn't about what you say. It's about how you carry yourself. Calm is your clearance. Confidence is your visa. The stamp hits your passport. Welcome. You're through. Would you stay calm if an officer stared you down with your passport in hand? Drop your honest answer below. I'm reading every comment. And if this breakdown just saved you hours of stress in an immigration hall, hit that subscribe button. Because understanding airports means traveling smarter. Safe travels. Stay informed. I'll see you at the next gate.